Hey folks, hello and welcome to another episode of Building with Fuzen. Today we are building an educational SaaS app or more popularly known as EdTech app. EdTech industry has seen a few ups and downs in the recent years, but one thing is for sure, online medium does make education more accessible and affordable to students. So when you look at many online learning courses available on the internet today, can you imagine how much of that same education would have cost just a few years ago? So, without a doubt, you can create a lot of value by creating online courses that genuinely help people. So, if you have an idea for an edtech business, today I'm going to show you how you can bring that idea to life with Fusion and without having to write any code. So, today we are going to build a simple web app with one online course about starting a startup. I'm going to borrow some YouTube videos from Y Combinator for the purpose of this demo video, and those videos will constitute the course content for our demo edtech app. So without any more delay, let's get started. As usual, I will start by creating a no-code app on my Fusion dashboard. I will select some very basic theme styling for this app. Once the app is created, I want to start by setting up the data structure for this app. I'm going to use Google Sheets for setting up this data structure. For our online course, we'll have students and each of these students will need to pass a few quizzes to get a certificate when they go through the course. So for that, we will need to track data for students and for quizzes. So I will create those two tabs. And then I will add data fields like student name, email, phone, status, etc. I will also add a column for payment status since this is going to be a paid online course. This payment status can be later used within the app to allow access to course content only if a payment has been made. And I'm also going to add a dummy payment record here so that I can test the app functionality as we are building it with this dummy payment record. Next, I will set up columns for quizzes. Here I have created a tab for a single quiz, which will correspond to the first module. So this will be a quiz to be answered when the user goes through the first module. And when a student takes this quiz, their ID, email, etc. will be recorded within the database along with the responses to the individual questions. Now I'm going to make a provision here for adding up to 5 questions in the database. And I will also add columns for score and result. So basically, this is for recording whether a user has passed or failed this quiz. With the database structure set up, let's start adding some pages for our EdTech app. We will need to add a page for admin dashboard. This will be the dashboard for the EdTech app owner for tracking students, their payments, progress, etc. Then I will create pages for individual modules within our course. Now I have planned 4 modules for our course. The course title is going to be how to start a startup, and we are going to have modules for starting a startup and then team and execution, before the startup, building product. So these are going to be basically the names of our 4 modules. And don't worry about the sequence of these modules. We are more interested in building this app with no code and not the other finer details. So finally, I will also add a couple of pages where I can share other resources related to the course, such as some PDF downloadables, Excel documents, etc. And another page to facilitate discussions, question answers, etc. After creating these pages, I want to neatly add them in the menu. So let's do that. We can create a customized menu structure by going to the menu tab. When adding a new menu item, start by giving it a name, then select if it's an internal link or an external URL. I will start by adding the admin dashboard, which is an internal link. Naturally, this link will lead to the admin dashboard page. Finally, I will also add an icon for this menu item. The next item in our menu is going to be a menu section called how to start a startup. Basically, all of our course modules will be hosted under this one particular menu section. So I will first add all the modules and I will fast track through this a little bit. And then I can drag all these module pages under the course section. Please note, I have also added pages for resources and discussion along with suitable icons. Once this menu structure is ready, let's save it. And you can see that it starts to show up in the left-hand menu. Now I'm able to click on the course name to see all the modules under this course. Let's start by setting up the first module for starting a startup. Let's go to our no-code page builder. I will start by adding a data variable which contains student data, which is information about the currently logged in student. Later, we will use this information to check if this current student has purchased the course. And then we can display the course content only to students who have bought it. Here you can see a dummy student record that we had created when setting up the data structure from our Google Sheets. Next, let's add some basic HTML structure to the page. I will start by adding a card. This card will contain our course video. I'm also going to make this card visible only if a payment status for the current student is done. If the payment is not done, course content will not be accessible. Let me add some basic styling to the UI card and save it. And then let's add some headers, description, etc. I will fast track a bit through this part. And now I want to add a video block to this module. I'm going to add a video by taking the video embed code from YouTube and pasting it here. I'm using a YouTube video here for demo purposes, but I will recommend that you upload your videos to Vimeo and then embed them here for better protection of your course content. After the user watches this video content, we want to test their understanding. So for that purpose, I'm going to add a simple quiz over here. We will do that by adding a new form. In this form, we can add up to 5 questions. So I'm going to create a couple of questions. One question has 3 options to select from, and the second one requires a simple text answer. The answer submitted by the student will get recorded in the database, and based on which we can arrive at the score and quiz result. Finally, I'm going to create another card on this page which will be displayed to the users who have not purchased this course. So basically, we will add some text here to encourage the users to purchase our course and also give them a button for going to our purchase page. We'll not cover that part in this video, but if you want to see a separate video on that part with payment gateway integrations, etc., please let us know in the comments. Our first module looks good, so I'm going to save this module as a template which I can reuse for creating other modules. Once the page template is created, let's go to the second module page where we can start building this page with our template from the first module. You can see that all the content from the first module is readily available for us as a starting point, and that is going to save us a lot of time. All we need to do now is change the module content. First, let me change the title. Then the description. And finally, let's change the embedded video. With that, our second module is also set up. And by now you would have figured out how easy it is to set up many more modules by following these simple steps. So I'm going to stop right here. This video should have given you a good idea about how you can create your online course with Fuzen in just a few simple steps. And setting up the course structure should not take more than a few hours. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, are you ready to start your EdTech venture? Let us know in the comments what kind of course you're planning to start. And if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave. Thanks for watching and have a good day.